everyone, it's Claire from Scrappynerduk UK. Welcome to another video. So I thought I would chuck the camera on and film a video with making my own like DIY ephemera kit. I know it's been a super popular video. I've done one like big video. No, I've done a couple actually, I think, but they seem to be really popular videos to watch on my channel. So I thought I would do another one. This one's slightly different because I'm not starting from scratch per se. I'm starting with the leftovers from a previous scrapbooking kit. So I thought I've collated everything that I had left over, chucked it in a bag, and I thought I'm gonna make a video. So sometimes what I do with my leftovers is I cut them. If it's pattern paper, I'll trim it off if it's an odd cut, and then I'll go and put that in with my scrap paper, and then I will cut tags apart, and then I've got a box that I keep. I've got a shelf above my desk, and they're all labelled with what they've got in them. So in this one I've got a whole load of tags, so anything left over from the tag sheet just goes in there. So yeah, I tend to break them down, but I thought it'd be really fun just to keep this together and just to see how much more from this kit that I can get. It doesn't appear to be a lot left in terms of paper, which is absolutely fine, but I am just going to, I've taken the bits out of the ephemera pack, whatever I had left, actually, because this was a partial pack of ephemera, that was right, from a kit club. So I've just chucked it all in the bag, and I thought, you know what, as I break it down, I will show you what I'm going to do in terms of pulling this all back together, because I'm not sure this all came in the same kit. I think I just shoved it all in this bag ready to do this video. So it seems to be quite a travel-y themed one. Coast to Coast, Paige Evans Adventurous. This is from Round Trip, yeah. But I think there's elements from other collections in here as well. There's a cut file. So I am going to work through this lot. So first of all, I have this box, which is just a cheap little organizer box that I picked up online. So I'm going to use this to store all of my bits and bobs in, and we'll go through what my plan is to do with everything. So first of all, I'm going to grab the actual pieces of ephemera that I've actually got left, and I'm just going to collate those. Actually, I might have to put them in the big one. I'm going to collate all of those together because I could make some DIY embellishments out of them. Equally, I don't see any point in committing to that right this minute because I don't know what I'm going to be doing with them. Oh, I've got some vellum pieces too by the looks of things. Okay, these look like they're from a different collection. I don't know what collection these are from. Pop it in the comments below if you know what collection these bits of ephemera are from. I'm sure they're not from this same one. Pretty sure. So I'm just going to pop all of the actual bits of ephemera that are left over from that kit in there. Yeah, it does seem to be a little bit of vellum. So I'll add those in. Right, there we go. Just taking out all of the little bits that might be in the die cuts as well that haven't quite cut out properly. So once I've done, oh, I've got a few more. So actually there's quite a bit of ephemera. This might be Vicky Bootin, actually. I'm not 100% sure. That's a bit of a long bit. Okay, is that all the bits? I think so. Cool. Then I've got a cut file. It just says summer, nice, easy, usable cut file. So I'm just going to pop that in there, and then I'll have a look through what else I've got left. So I've got this cut. Okay, so these have come from this sheet here. So I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm actually going to cut these down and have them ready. I could do things like stitch around them, add some extra embellishments, but what I want to do is just make this the basic, the bare bones of reforming like an ephemera or a kit back together again. So what I'm going to do is pop those in there. I'm going to grab my trimmer, and I'm going to start trimming these things out. Okay, so I think that's all of the bits from that particular paper. So I've ended up with a 4x6 card, which now I can either use it as that or I could use it as that on my layout. So I'm going to pop that in. There was also another one as well that I didn't notice. So then we have these tags. So I'm going to get them ready. Trim off both of those corners. There we are. Now, if you don't have any tags from a sheet, you could always just add in some tags from your stash, or get a tag and then use that to cut around some pattern paper and make your own tags. And I think what I'm going to do is, whilst I've got my crocodile here, is pop the holes in ready. I probably won't add any string or twine in or ribbon in just yet, just because I don't know what colour would be best for these. So there we are. Then we have three little tags ready. So I'm going to pop those in here. I'll pop the little postcards in there. Postcards. I'll pop the little stamps in there as well from the sheet. What I'll probably do is distress the edges because they've got like the little stamp notches, but I'm not going to sit there and fussy cut those. Then we have another little 3x4 card. Love this, mode of transportation. So I'm going to pop that in there. Then we have some little banner bits. So this one, I'm just going to trim out that fishtail. Again, so it's just all ready to go. So I'm not, you know, having to cut apart sheets and get all of that sorted. So I'm going to pop those in there and have a look at what else I've got here to break down. So I can already tell that I've got some... These all look like tags from the same sheet. Yeah, these are all from the same sheet by the looks of things. Just see if there's any more. I think that's it. So I think the idea, and the same idea on this, is I'm going to continue fussy cutting these out, I think. These are going to make great little embellishments. And then I'm also going to put the holes in as well to these. I might add some little twine in ready on some of these as well. But first of all, I'm going to get fussy cutting, and I'm going to have a look at my stamps as well, and maybe stamp some of these up with some travel sentiments. That'll be a bit of fun as well. So pop me on fast forward again and let's get this sorted. Okay, so that is all of those cut out. It didn't take me long at all. 10-15 minutes maybe, just to cut the rest of those out, and they make fab embellishments. So one other thing that I did along the way as well is just to grab the branding strips. So don't forget that these are great to add into your kit as well, so especially where you've got a full branding strip. So I'm going to keep these, and then I've got a couple more papers here I think that I'll take the branding strips off of as well if they're any good, and I'll keep hold of those. I'm just going to make this one a little neater. I don't always keep branding strips. It depends on what they've got on them. This one's like a little tag, the rest of the tag paper, and then this one's like an airmail kind of design. So I'm going to pop those in to the box as well. They're not going to quite fit, but oh, actually I'm going to grab some stamps. I'm going to grab some twine. I'm going to make these up into something a little more interesting than what they are right now. Okay, so I have pulled out some travel stamps, and I'm going to just dull these up a little bit with maybe some stamped sentiments, and then some of them I'm going to add the twine onto as well, just so when I'm making my layout it's all ready and good to go. Okay, right. This is my all-time favourite ink. I've never had to re-ink this, which is absolutely crazy. I've had this since 2016 and I'm still not needing to re-ink it. It's the VersaFine Onyx Black. So if you're looking for a good black for stamps, this is the one, VersaFine Onyx Black, or whatever colour you want. Okay, let's pick out a couple of little stamps. These are quite big, but they might go on. Let's try these. These are from Mama Makes. I'm not sure if these are still available, but I'll leave Mama Makes in the description box below. They're a UK company and they make stamps. They do a lot of custom stamps as well, so if you're looking for custom stamps, then go and check them out. So this one says fuel your wanderlust, and I could add a few more bits and bobs on here in terms of little decorations, but let's see what else I've got. I don't think I've got anything on my stamps. It's arrows, there's a plane, there's a little camera on these ones, so let's add, well, there's arrows too. That could be quite fun. Let's pop those on there. Let's see if I've got another block. This is why it's fun just sitting down, especially with leftovers, sitting down, just having a play with them. So these might not have, you know, been that inspiring to pick them up and use them on other layouts, but just having a little mess around with them might change your outlook on them. So I've got a little stamped ticket here that's ready to go. Obviously, as I said, I could add some more embellishments like enamel dots or anything like that onto it that I wanted, but for now I'm happy with that. That's a nice little journaling spot, so I'm not sure I'm going to add anything on there. I like these ones that have got a natural space for this. Please don't judge. I have now bought a stamp cleaner. I just haven't got it up and running yet, so at the minute I'm just sticking my stamps back. Right, let's see what else we've got on these that I can potentially use that's got a big enough space. Perhaps none of these. Ooh, that might be a bit tight to get on there. Oh, maybe this one. Here we are. I know I've got a ton of stamp blocks, but move that over there for now. I just want to use this one. Okay. This one says you'll never know until you go. So I'm going to pop this one on here. Oh, there we go. And then what I might do is just add that sentiment on maybe to a couple of them, because these won't all be used on one layout anyway, so there we go. Just jazz it up that little bit. Right, so that's that one. And then I'm just wondering if these are, maybe I could put the big one on this one. Let's do that. Adventures are, I want the ticket. Yeah, I kind of prefer it that way. Adventures are the best lessons. There we go. Okay, so I don't think I want to put a sentiment on all of these. Having said that, I've also got this sheet here of leftover paper. Now I could use the reverse of that. Equally, I might keep a strip and use maybe these. Mind you, I've got a ton of travel paper, so I love these as a statement piece on the layout. This has only a small bit of branding strip either side. However, these are, I always keep these because I think if the pattern's nice, I think they're useful. So I'm going to pop that in the box as well. And this little bit of matte print too, like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this big one, here. And I think I'm going to go with that same sentiment I just had. I don't know if this is 4x6, but if it is, this would make a brilliant 4x6 card. Okay. So, there we go. I just say don't be scared to alter things. So just adding things on like that makes such a difference and just makes it a little bit more interesting. Okay, so let's move that one out of the way. I think I'm going to be done with those. So let's pop those back. And then maybe let's get a couple of the smaller ones. And I've got this little set here. Beach, Rome, Let's Go Outside, Embrace Detours. No, maybe I'll use the Felicity Jane ones, these ones. Let's go with these ones. So we've got this one that says On the Road. So I think I might use that one. And then The View. Are we there yet? Next stop. Let's go with these. So let's pop this one on. And I think I'm just going to use the little small ones. Next stop. Maybe 2 of them. And then I can always, like I said, there'll be other bits and bobs that I could add on. But for now, I'm just going to use these sets of stamps. The View. And let's go another one. I think this stamp needs priming. I've not used it before by the looks of things. There we go. That one can come off. Then we have, oh, I was going to have to go diagonal. Are we there yet? We need a long one for this. This one. Oh, it's going to have to go diagonal on here as well. Okay, there we go. And we're going to get this on. Maybe get this one on here. Oh, let's move all these out of the way. That's a fun sentiment for a travel layout. Are we there yet? And then we've got one more, which is On the Road. And we'll do this one. I love it's got little arrows either side of the thing as well. Again, I'm having to do that diagonal, but that's okay. Maybe one more. Maybe. Do one of these. There we are. So I'm just going to go ahead and put all of this away. Okay, so that's all of the stamps out of the way now, and you can see there's some fun sentiments, and they just look a little more inviting to use than just a plain old tag. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to use the small hole punch on the crocodile, and then the rest I will add some holes when I come to use them. So let's bring in my pot. So I've already got one of these that I'd fussy cut out of the paper before, but I'm just going to add it in with that one that I've added a stamped sentiment to. And then I'm going to pop the rest of these in. Let me pop them in, put them at the front here actually. That's what I'll do. And the rest of these all in here. This is going to be such a fun box to rummage through and add to layouts. I've also got, I'm not going to keep the small bit, but I've also got more of the map prints. So again, I'm probably just going to add those in. As I said, I can keep either the heart paper or I do like these. So I might, and I don't think I had this paper in this collection. So I might just cut those up and pop them in as added. They're great for layering. So I might just pop those in as added embellishments. So those can go in there. Okay, so then I've got, oh no, that can go in the bin. Then I've got some twine. So I think I'm going to add, what colours have we got in the kit? We've got yellow, some really fun bright colours, maybe a pink. I've got a pink twine, and I don't think I've got a blue and white. No, I don't think I have. Oh, I do. I have a dark blue. That'll do. Okay. My favourite colour combo. Those three together. So let's add some twine to... Actually, let's use the yellow one. And then I think what I'm going to do is add it to the pink. So there we are. We've got some little... Do you call them luggage tags, I suppose, that are all ready with the twine and the holes and an extra stamped sentiment on them. So they're ready just to chuck onto a layout.